How's it going, folks? I talked today about engine coolant, my experience with it. It seems pretty basic. The bikes come with engine coolant. Just leave the stock stuff in and be fine. However, you got a bunch of companies that make claims that theirs can make your bike run cooler, etc., etc. And start off with an experience I had. I was out riding one day, I live in Las Vegas area, 110 degrees, stop, start the bike up, and the bike is it's cutting out anything over half throttle. Just popping like it's not getting any spark, but it runs fine at eighth throttle, quarter throttle. So I lump it back near the house, turn it off again, wait like 10 minutes, start it up, and it runs absolutely fine. Wow, I hope I don't have to buy a new ECU, something like that. But looking back, I think it might have been experiencing vapor lock. It was super hot out, and the bike wasn't boiling over. There's just so much heat coming off both the exhaust and just the cylinder and everything. So I thought, well, I'll try this Evans coolant I'd read about. A lot of KTMs are notorious for overheating, and they say it works good for theirs. Their bikes keep them from overheating, so I get it, I put it in, do all the right procedures, and drain it all, get all the water out, flush it out, etc. And it's not supposed to boil until 375 degrees. And I believe them. I know I had it up to 300 degrees and it was fine. But now my bike starts vapor locking all the time. And the final capper was yesterday. It was 75 degrees out, fantastic out. I go out riding and bike was running great. Go through a tight single track section that I like, about 5 miles. And then sure enough, it wouldn't run above half throttle. So just kind of out of desperation, I was like, okay, I'm taking the Evans coolant back out and putting the engine ice back in. So go out and hopefully that will solve all my problems. Unfortunately today it's about 10 degrees cooler, 65. Still a nice day, but it's not going to be the exact test conditions. So I don't want to rip on Evans coolant. Their stuff does what it says, but I would not recommend putting this into a 4-stroke. And the reason for that is 4-stroke oil generally runs about 10 degrees cooler than the coolant temperature. So yeah, sure, this stuff doesn't boil to 375 degrees, but do you really want your oil getting up to 360 degrees, 350 degrees? It's going to break down and it's going to cause lubrication problems. So as a non-racer, I'll just stop and let my bike cool off every now and then when it overheats. I got the catch tank on it, it's no big deal. Stop, wait 5 minutes, it's usually fine. So I wouldn't recommend the coolant for a 4-stroke unless it's just purely a race situation and you're fuel injected. The fuel injected probably is going to overcome the vapor locking, although I haven't tested that, but I would think that it would. But I would not put this in a carbureted 4-stroke. A 2-stroke where the engine oil and the coolant do not come in contact with each other, it seems like it'd be fine for that. However, 2-strokes don't really overheat very much anyways. They seem to run a bit cooler. So I have to say that the Evans coolant, unless you're just an extreme racer, going to be in some tight, gnarly conditions on a 2-stroke, or a fuel injected 4-stroke where you don't care about oil temp and putting excessive wear on your metal parts because of thin oil, hot oil, then be okay for you guys. But for everybody else who wants to get a lot of longevity out of their bike and isn't in race conditions, I would stick to the other stuff. Peace out.